All right, so we have our summative, and I wanted to give you some quick tips on how you can organize your data. So let's go to Google Classroom where the summative is posted. Okay, in the summative assignment, and it's not worth 100 points. I need to change that, but you have your Chapter 10 survey project, which has the guidelines of what you need and your checklist. You already have that. It has a summative rubric for the different grades, and then it has every student. It says every student will get a copy. So you have a summative Chapter 10 Google Sheets. Okay, so when you open up your Google Sheets, I really wanted to help you be successful with your Google Sheets. So you have these bottom tabs right here. See these bottom tabs? These are the ones that we've talked about in the last couple of activities we've done. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your frequency distribution in this is the first sheet. So what's really cool is you can make a table. You can drag, and then you can make a table by, you click the little, this like defines your table for you. So you click this guy, and you click this guy, and maybe you don't want these guys anymore, so you unclick them. Oh, but now you lost the bottom, so now you gotta highlight them and click the bottom guy. So and then let's say we make sure you're labeling everything right. So favorite kinds of chips, and I'm going to put my gender on this side. So girls, boys. Of course, I need my totals if I'm going to do my marginal. Dorito, nacho cheese, Doritos. Now, that doesn't fit, so I need to go over here to this guy. It says text wrapping, and I'm going to make it fit by wrapping it. Okay. I like Cooler Ranch, Doritos. Gotta do the text mapping here. Cheetos. And let's do some Ruffles for the potato chip fans. Okay. So now I just made myself a table. Remember, I just gonna put my dad in here. So let's say 5 people like these guys, 8 people like 8 boys, Cooler Ranch Doritos, 4 people like Cooler Ranch that are girls, 6 that are boys. Cheetos, I mean, who doesn't like Cheetos? So I'm gonna say 10 people like Cheetos that are girls, only 3 boys, and then Ruffles. Ruffles. No one really likes Ruffles. I mean, let's be honest about it. Okay, so remember we have the formulas we can use. So equal sum. Okay. Oh, and look, it says suggested based on data. So I could just press that, and it'll put it in there for me. Equal sum, suggestion, equals sum. Look, it just knows what I want to do here. Oh, equals sum. Boom. Okay, so I'm missing something. I need to add another column. So what I did was I just controlled, double-clicked, whatever. I don't know how the Chromebook, I think it's Command or Alt-C, Alt spacebar. We can figure that out. But it has a lot of options for you. So I don't want to delete anything. I just want to insert a column. And back button. I don't know if I just do that. What am I even trying to do too much? I'm trying to do too much, I guess. I'm not trying to do too much anymore. Okay, so equal sum. Boom. Equal sum. I like that suggestion. I know if you I almost got 40. What's cool about having the equations already in there is if you change your data, it'll automatically change your data for you. So look at that. So I also don't love where my graph is. It's like too bunched up, so I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it right there. Okay. So I have, and also look, I could take this right here and I can move it up and down. That's pretty rad. Oh, don't want to do that. Cool. I'm going to merge these cells together because I don't like the way it's messing up my, so look at that. Wow. All right, so in order to go to my relative frequency distribution really easily, because I'm back and forth on here, I'm going to copy and paste, copy, and paste. Boom. So now I need to divide all of these by the total, which is right here. Okay. So I'm going to do equal sum on this, equal sum. And then I'm taking this and I'm putting my dividing sign and I'm just touching the cell and I'm closing it out. I'm going to need to delete these guys right here. Okay, so in order for, because this already has an equation, these guys right here, so you're going to have to re-equation these, so you're going to have to delete these, looks like. So remember, you have your percent, you can move the decimal, it'll round it for you perfectly. So let's go with that right there. Same, this is out of equal sum, this is out of 40. Oop. Okay, need to make that into a percent. Move the decimal. Okay, equal sum, and look, it suggested. Boom. So for your relative frequency distribution, you will need to take out the sums you already had, your sum equations on the totals, because that's just going to mess up your data. But you can remember that your total is 40, right? So let's do these really, I don't really want to do these that quickly, but it's going to mess up my data if I don't. So I just know that's 10%. 6 divided by 40, I don't know actually. Sum 6 divided by 40, not 400. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert these to percentages when I'm finished. Equal sum 3 divided by 40. What do? You can multiply by 100 or you can press the percentage sign. Equal sum 2 divided by 40, 5%. Nope, just joking, don't want to do that. But that's going to be the same, because they're the same number. Percent. Okay, there we go. All right, so equal sum, touch, and I can drag those, boom. Equal sum, oh, give me suggestions, I like that. Equal sum, yeah, equal sum, boom, look at that. So remember, that's not going to equal 100. Ah, look at that. Didn't change it to a percent. And it didn't calculate it in, see how it's saying it didn't calculate my, so I'm going to drag these guys. And for this, I'm going to drag these guys. So that should equal 100%, yeah? Gives me some different options. Okay, so remember, we're going to take this data, we're going to highlight it. We're going to insert a chart. We want a stacked bar graph. It's perfect. Look at that. I don't necessarily want my total in there. So I'm going to delete my chart and I'm going to try again but not include the totals. Beautiful. Look at that. Now if I wanted my chart the opposite way, I could change it so that it's the boys and girls are on this side and the chips are on this side, or the chips are the colors. Remember, when you go back to your frequency distribution, you need a double bar graph. And also, I don't want the totals in my double bar graph, so I'm going to insert chart. Oh, boom, it just has it ready for me. Get after it. So you need to do the same thing for the relative frequency conditional distribution, but remember you're only, so I'm going to take this data right here, copy, paste. Oops. Oh, that is not cute. What happened? Copy, paste, there we go. So now it's based on your totals. So you have your total right there. This is going to be out of 21. If you're doing it by the rows, and if you're doing it by the, if you copy and paste this on the other one, you can do it by the columns. So this one would be out of 13. Ah, look at how smart this is. It's gonna, maybe it's not. Remember, we have to get rid of these here because it's gonna mess us up. All right, so that is a quick little tutorial on how you can save a lot of time and energy using Google Sheets. So if you have any questions, you know where to find me.